In this video, we're going to learn how to use the slide edit or the slip edit feature in Harrison Mixbus. So what I'm talking about here is if you normally cut a region and you want to slide it back and forth, obviously it's going to do that, but you see that the whole region is moving along with it. Okay, the waveform in the region itself is all moving around. So what I like to do normally when I'm editing anything and I want to keep the crossfades intact, you'll have a crossfade here, you might have a crossfade over here, okay, something like that. And this is a feature that is kind of hidden. Unless you know where to go, you probably wouldn't really recognize this feature, but you have to go to Appearance, Editor, and then under the General tab, you're going to click on Use Highlight Bars in Region Displays, and this does require a restart. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to go ahead, just save it, close it out. All right, so now you can see that there's a little bar down here with the name of the track or region. And what you can do with this, see how the slider kind of turns into an arrow for my hand? So if you hold down Command on a Mac, you can actually now slide that waveform back and forth while the region still stays intact. So all my crossfades and everything else is still the same. But now let's say I just want to move that a little bit back or maybe a little bit forward. Or let's say the hit was, pretty off. You can definitely see on the grid here that, it's not on the grid. So I'm just going to go down here, maybe slide that forward. Now what may happen, let me get to some content here. Alright, so let's say we have this little region right here and we need to cut something. Okay, so I'm going to just highlight the region, press S, and that's going to split it. And you want to make sure that only that region is selected, otherwise something before it would move as well. You can move that back and forth, but you can see that if you move it too far, now the front transient of this section is now in the waveform. So you got to be careful on how far you can move it. But let's say, I want to, cut it right here. I can still move this section back and forth, kind of adjust that a little bit. I can take this, maybe move that back to where it was, maybe slide it forward, and so forth. So you can easily just move different sections of the waveform without adjusting the actual region itself. Okay, so this may not be the best example on this hi-hat, this hi-hat track right here. But especially for a vocal or anything with a lot of moving parts and you want to kind of slide things around a little bit, that does make it easier to align things up without having to adjust the outer region parameters. Okay, so I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you guys in the next video. Keep rocking.